I might be on. Oh, yeah. Now it's good. Now it's going on. Good. Okay. Welcome to the folks on Facebook, YouTube, and I think TikTok. I think this is the first day that my show actually is going to be available on TikTok. That's something new that just happened. All right. I don't even know how we got into that level of the discussion. I think it was Nick who said, "EZ, can you tell us that story now?" So there you go. Off and running on a show that is an hour and 25 minutes old already. So if you're joining me on Facebook, the first part of the show is available on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. You can email me on the Shoreliners Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I'd love to hear from you. Chris says, LOL, I just got the YouTube alert. In addition, my show is available on another platform called Patreon. In fact, I've got a Patreon bonus podcast today that I'll do shortly after I finish this one up as I'm trying to catch up on the day. patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thursday, we have a Big Fraud Thursday. Ben Glaze and myself will get together for Who Are These Free Beers, the show that we promised you last week until I realized I had the rehearsal dinner to be at. What a dumbass. We will take care of a brand new edition of Who Are These Free Beers, followed up by the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Patreon is free for the first 7 days. I would love you to try it out for free. And this isn't like a trick to try to get you to pay. What you do is you go to patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sign up for 7 days free. The only thing that might make you raise an eyebrow is that you have to put in a payment form. But fear not. After you do that, cancel it, and you will still get the 7 days. I do that because I just want you to get it for the 7 days, and in case you don't want it, I don't want you to be inadvertently charged. If you don't like it after 7 days, you're out. You tried. That's all that matters. Thank you so much. But if you like it, you can go back into your profile, re-enable your card, and then I'll charge you the $5 or $10 a month. Some people are like, fuck, easy. I'm just going to do it. And I appreciate you for that. Thank you, as always, for supporting me on Patreon. That, again, is my second platform that is supported only by dollars and cents from audience members for $5 or $10 a month. If you go the $10 a month, you get the audio, the video, the live streams, the first crack at all new material, and the $5 is all of the recorded audio. Nothing live and no first cracks at new material. But for some people, that works out too. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Looking forward to another edition of Big Fraud Thursday. Okay, so I saw this thing about this basketball player, DeMarcus Cousins. When I first saw this, I was like, is this in the NBA Finals? What the fuck is going on here? But no. The dude plays in some basketball league in Puerto Rico. And this has been probably the biggest altercation of a basketball player with fans since the Malice at the Palace. This one started where the guy was just standing there, the big guy, DeMarcus Cousins, and some fan starts like going like this, rubbing his eyes like the guy's crying. And so the dude, DeMarcus Cousins, grabs him and grabs his dick, his own dick, like, yeah, here you go. And then the fan, who is courtside and seated, puts up both middle fingers right in his fucking face. And then the dude, the basketball player, puts hands on the guy. Nothing major, just kind of like swats at his hands a little. And then now it starts to escalate. Let's jump in to this video right now, and if you're listening to the audio podcast, by all means, you gotta see this. This is a pretty good one. All right, there he is. He's big as a house. There's the fan. He's like whining, acting like he's a crybaby. This guy grabs his balls. Now this guy gives him the finger. Video to the left of him. Now he touches him. Basketball player touches the fan. Now they blow the whistle. They're like, all right, enough. Now the fans are getting into it. They're trying to hold the guy back. Now this fan gets up. They sit him down. Trying to break it up. No big deal. All right. But this guy got kicked out of the game for that. So now he's leaving the court. And you know these Puerto Ricans, they all got fiery tempers. This guy's walking off the court. They're all screaming. All right, now this is where it's dangerous because he's walking out of this tunnel surrounded by fans at all of the high ground. I'm sure no one said the N-word. This is another angle. Here's a close-up of DeMarcus Cousins going crazy when fans threw beer at him.
Ante molesto. Ahí DeMarcus Cousins, ahí lo ve, dejándose sentir ante el público y eso no va a quedar bien. Yeah. Ahí esto se acaba.
That announcer is saying something bad about black people.
Esto pasó
you can actually hear him. He said the N-word in Spanish there.
Desafortunadamente, ahí ven la seguridad de Cousins tratando también en la medida que sea posible de detener de alguna manera u otro y los fanáticos respondiendo.
Yeah, this is
ahí nos vamos una pausa,
Maliso at the Palaso is what this is. In Puerto Rico. Cousins, 34 years old, hasn't played in the NBA since the 21-22 season. Yeah, I don't know anything about the guy. Bob says, of course, his number is 0 for loser. I don't know, man. I kind of am. I'm kind of on his side. Nick says, hit him in the cup with the face. I think that if you're gonna be courtside like that, and you're gonna do like the crying, and then the guy's gonna grab his dick, and then you're gonna give him the finger like that, I think it should be okay for the guy to punch you right in the face. You know? And then you don't get kicked out. You can just punch the fan right in the fucking face. But you have to agree that if there's a lawsuit, you will pay for everything. Like you can actually waive your right to not getting to the NBA not getting sued or whatever league that is in Puerto Rico. Bob says, oh, poor sports can't take a little taunting. Yeah, that's true. But you got to understand, this guy's playing for probably next to no money. So he's probably pissed off as it is. He's 34 years old, old by NBA standards, probably at the downside, probably not going to play that much more. So he doesn't give a shit. Of all the leagues that you don't want to taunt the player, it would be the guy in this league because he doesn't give a shit if he gets kicked out of some loser league in Puerto Rico. I love that. I love it when there's moments like that. I think there was a fucking line brawl in the Florida-Edmonton game last night. I just remembered it, and I don't have it called up. But I think I can get it in short order.
I don't really like committing to things. Oh, I'm scared. But when Verizon announced...
What's the name of that guy whose dad died in 9/11? Pete Davidson? That's him. All right, hang on. Whatever happened to skip ad? All right, here we go.
Chance of we want the cup begin. It's only game 3.
Frederick taking a run at and oh yeah, now he just got a penalty. Frederick just cross-checked Bennett. Frederick taking a run at and oh yeah, now he just got a penalty. Frederick just cross-checked Bennett. Broke his stick, and now Bennett's going to get even. That was Greer and Nurse.
Not bad. Not bad.
We're just going to start seeing 10-minute misconduct's getting handed out.
Gadjevich and Nurse to the left of your screen, throwing punches.
Yeah, these two on your left.
Smith's helmet has come off. He's tackling
really
with
kind
Connor
of extend
Brown.
this thing out. Now to bad
Gadjevich
scrap.
still going at it with Nurse.
Nurse is holding tight. He's holding tight
Nurse
there.
and Gadjevich.
There's Bennett and Frederick.
You can't really, if your name is going to be Nurse, you better be a fighter.
And Gadjevich continue to go at it.
Wow. Okay. Gets that. Okay. The dude from Florida gets that right free. That's a problem.
Now Nurse with an uppercut.
Oh.
You got Schmidt and Brown to the left.
Gadjevich is smiling during this fight.
This goes on for a while.
And the officials are just going to let these guys tire themselves out regardless of the outcome.
They just give up here.
You got
Like
Corey
this guy,
Perry.
Gadjevich here.
Everybody
And
on
there's
that bench
like,
for the
all right, that's
Oilers.
enough. I'm tired.
And they separate on their own.
What took place moments ago?
Yeah. Trent Frederick, Matthias Ekholm. There's the punch by Frederick. No penalty, not there. This is the penalty. He shatters his stick right in the ribs of Bennett. And now all heck breaks loose.
And watch Darnell Nurse come out of nowhere and hit Greer right there. And then everybody pretty much finds a partner.
Yeah, Ekholm didn't know what to do there. Because Greer grabbed him. And then Gadjevich.
There was Paul Bissonnette was talking that there's some type of scam going on where teams from Florida are getting great players because of the tax system. The players aren't taxed like income tax in those states. So good players want to go to Florida. Thus, all the Stanley Cup teams from Florida, Tampa, and the Florida Panthers. Oh, well. Whatever. I don't even give a shit anymore. The Red Wings suck dick. So who gives a fuck? All right. Where am I now? Do I have anything left? Oh, my God. You got to see this. This is the last thing I have for you. This is probably the greatest catch you are ever going to see in baseball. You will probably never see a better catch than the one last night. The guy's name is Denzel Clark. He plays for the Oakland A's. Watch this shit.
And this one to center field. Denzel Clark on the move back after he stepped towards home plate and makes another catch.
Oh my God!
Back to back
Pitcher cannot believe that his dude just pulled that out of the stand.
weeks where he wins the electric play of the week, and he's already on
The batter's like, what? Did he
the
catch
leaderboard
that?
for this week.
You kidding
Go
me?
ahead and book it.
And this dude who caught it, he looks like a fucking crackhead.
I've heard the list. I've seen the list of the greatest catches you're ever going to see in your life. If you don't have room for this one on your list, we're watching two different sports.
Holy shit.
I mean, Denzel.
He puts one foot on the wall. He's in like over the fence.
Clark climbs the ladder and then hangs
Get
out.
the fuck out of here.
You want to talk about playing above the
You
rim,
have
folks.
to
This
see
ball
this
is
shit
out of the
if you're listening to the
ballpark
audio
by
podcast.
5-6 feet. And Denzel says, nay, nay. Give me that back.
God, is that
Can we
intense.
talk about his first step being in?
I'm starting to like baseball. That's weird. Holy shit. about traveling to play in Florida. Ndamukong Suh, former Lion, got to keep like $30 million more when he went to the Tampa Bay Bucks. How does Florida stay in business if they don't charge income tax? Actually, I take that back. I lived in a state that didn't charge income tax. State of Tennessee doesn't have income tax. But they had an 8.5% sales tax, and they tax food. So you have to pay 8.5% on, like, if something's $1, you got to add 8.5 cents to it. You see how I figured that out? Either that or it's 8.5% on everything, and then food is 6% or some shit like that. I don't know. I like that, though. No income tax. I like that better than paying. You know, I like the system set up the way that is. You know? Chris says, I couldn't get that much air on a trampoline. Yeah, I don't think anybody could. That was a hell of a play. Jeremy says Florida has Disney World. That's how they survive. You know, that's true. They do. So much money comes in from tourism. There's no doubt about it. All right. Thank you, as always, to Kuiper Tree Care. And thank you to John R., who just reached out to Kuiper Tree Care and hired them. I appreciate that, John. 616-828-8225. KUIPER, treecare.com. 616-828-8225. They take care of tree removal, stump grinding, storm cleanup, tree pruning, tree risk assessment with their 3 certified arborists. KUIPER, treecare.com. Call or text 616-828-8225. They're racing this weekend at Berlin. The ARCA races are in town. $20, so a little bit more. Buy your tickets in advance. They go up at $11.59. Go to BerlinRaceway.com. Get your ARCA tickets for stock car racing at Berlin Raceway. The touring ARCA season makes a stop at beautiful Berlin Raceway. Good time last week there, by the way. I had a great time outside of the mini wedges. God, fucking so annoying. BerlinRaceway.com, BERLIN Raceway.com. Everything's great except for the mini wedges, just my opinion. Frank Fuss from My Policy Shop Insurance is the best. If you are in need of health care from, you don't have it from your employer, or you're in between jobs, or you're self-employed, own your own business, you got to get your insurance from the marketplace, healthcare.gov. Have Frank help you every step of the way. Go to buyinsurancehere.com, B-U-Y. I almost said B-U-I. B-U-Y, insurancehere.com. Frank is the best. He will help you out. We have an asshole of the day that we have to award. Trying to figure out who it could be. I have an idea. If you have any suggestions, by all means. Okay. This one's a little lengthy. Okay. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough room. This is setting a record for the most words on an Asshole of the Day award. But I have it. If there's any suggestions, I want to see them right now. L.A. looters, L.A. protesters. I'm going to go with reporters who get in the way of rubber bullets. That's right. Reporters who get in the way of rubber bullets. Your assholes of the day. Thank you for being here on a late free podcast. Still have the Patreon bonus podcast. And I'll get to that later on. Well, hopefully pretty soon, because I only have so many hours left in the day. So, God damn it, let's go. Thank you so much, folks. Join me on Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.